import on this computer. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're totally going to build the respawn capability, or not respawn, the well, it's going to be a respawn, but basically if you fall over, we're going to allow you to you know, flip the truck back over, or whatever car it is. Really, I can't flip over when I want to. Oh yeah, see, so I'm stuck now, right? I can't do anything. So hopefully the car would reset or respawn. Obviously it does none of the things. So we're gonna make it do that. So what we need to do is we need to go to our, in our main level editor, we need to go to window, and inside window, we're gonna go to, oh, sorry, it's edit, sorry, edit, and then project settings. I'm gonna mute you, David, sorry. And inside of project settings, we're gonna go to input. That's gonna be under the engine category. So engine, input, and inside there, we're gonna go to action mappings, and oh, it's already got a reset car. That's great. They have it as backspace, I don't like it. I'm gonna add a new one, and I'm gonna do R. There we go. So, so now resetting the car will either be backspace or R. That's fine by me. So we can close our project settings, and now we can go to, let's go to our BPFL vehicle functions. That's going to be this guy right here. It's a blueprint function library. And what we're going to do in this function library is we're going to build out our respawn. So the first thing we need to do is right here under functions, we're going to hit the plus symbol. It's going to give us a new function. We're going to do respawn checker. And what this respawn checker is going to do is just going to say, hey, is the vehicle flipped and is the vehicle no longer moving? And if both of those are true, then we'll reset the car. So what we need is, we need some inputs from here. So we're going to click on a new parameter. We're going to say, oops, I'm going to say this is the vehicle actor. And the type is just going to be actor, object types, actor, object reference. And then we need another parameter, and that's going to be the vehicle movement. Vehicle movement. And this is going to be the wheeled vehicle. This one right here, wheeled vehicle. I think it's movement, actually. Let me double check. Yeah, wheeled vehicle movement. That's my bad. Oops. Yeah, wheeled vehicle movement component. This one right here, the first one. Yeah, it's four-wheel drive. The first one's two-wheel drive, and the bottom one's four-wheel drive. But we're going to do two-wheel drive. All the vehicles we have are two-wheel drive. And then we also need an override. So override. And this is just going to be a Boolean. And the override is just going to say, hey, did the user press the button? And if so, are we going to allow them to reset the vehicle? So as an example, is the car going really fast and they're about to hit the a barrier or like a turn, and we don't want them to like be able to hit the reset button and then be in the right direction, right? We're gonna wait until the car is very slow, and then we will reset it. So that's what the override will do. Okay, so vehicle actor. So we'll start here. Our vehicle actor, what we need to do is we need to get the up vector. So get vehicle up vector. Let's see, let's get up vector, get up vector. There it is, get actor up vector. That's the one. And so what this is doing is just saying, hey, is the vehicle faced upwards? No, it's just wheeled movement. So there's two of them. Good question. Vehicle, yeah. So there's two of them. See, if you hover over it, this one's movement component, and then the bottom one is movement component 4W for four-wheel drive, right? The one we want is just the normal one, not the four-wheel drive one. Yeah, great question. All right, so up vector, all this is doing is looking up at whatever actor we have selected. So here we'll do a snipping tool here, and I'll show you what I mean. So here is my mouse drawing of a car. So here's a car. And with my total, these are my wheels, right? And all we're doing is just looking at the up vector, and then we'll also do a forward vector here soon, and then the right vector will be like looking at it from the side. But right now what we're doing is saying, hey, is the vehicle face upwards? If it is, then we're not going to reset the car. But if the vehicle's upside down and the up vector is, pointing downwards, then we know that the vehicle's upside down, and then we'll reset it. So what we're going to do is we're going to come out of this vector, and we're going to do a dot product, and we're just going to say dot product from 0, 0, 0 to whatever the up vector is, and we're going to say, is it less than 0.5? And we're going to come out of here. We're going to do an and we're going to get the forward speed. So get forward. Oops, sorry, it's coming out of the vehicle. Get forward speed, and we're going to say, hey, and of course this can be adjusted, but we're going to do the same thing at 0.5. So basically, this is saying, hey, how fast is the car going? We want the car to kind of be going really slow, almost stopped, right? 0.5 is like nearly stopped. So if both of those are true, we're going to do an or right here, actually. And then we're going to do another one of these get forwards, and also another one of the 0.5s. I just did a copy paste, and then we need an and here. And I'm going to drag that pen down like that. And then we're going to have our override, and it's going to go into there. And our vehicle movement, I'm going to do a reroute node right here. It's going to go just like that, and then we'll do one right there like that. And then this can go like that. And so now what this is saying is, this is override pressed, and the vehicle is very slow. And then this is vehicle is upside down and slow. So, and then we have our or, right? So either one of those is true. Oops, come on now. There we go. And we'll go to our execution pen, to the pin there. So if either one of those is true, then we'll go ahead and stop the car. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a local variable called is car stuck. And then we will do a setter and another setter. And so if it's true, then the car is indeed stuck. And if it's false, then the car is not stuck. And then we'll do a return. So come out of here, we'll do return, if I can spell, there we go. And we will grab our is car stuck and do a connection like that. Let's see. There we go. Compile and save. Actually, since it's a local variable, I'm gonna do local is car stuck, and then this will be is car stuck. There we go. Compile and save. All right, so now that's just gonna check to see if we can, respawn the vehicle. So is the vehicle stuck? Okay, great. We can respawn the vehicle. Of course, we don't have that logic built out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our box truck, and we're going to go, so to get to the box truck, by the way, you're going to go to the vehicle variety pack, blueprints, box truck, and it's this blue one, BP _ box truck, okay? You open that guy up, and this is what it looks like. What does the target and the second get forward speed connect to? That's a good question. Let's go back to that. So the get forward speed connects to another less than, and then if that's true and we press the override, then we'll say that yes, the vehicle is stuck. This is sort of allowing the player to get out of a sticky situation, so we can't just automatically fix for them. Okay, so we're gonna go to the box truck. In the box truck, we're going to just go, like that's all the normal controls. You can leave that alone. We're gonna just go below that. We're gonna do reset car, because that's the name of the input action we created. Remember earlier we set it to R and it was set to backspace. So what we're going to do is we're going to come out of the pressed. So this is like the player presses it, and we're going to do a respawn checker. And the vehicle actor, we're going to do self, because it's the box. We're in the box truck. We're checking the box truck. And then the vehicle movement component inside the components, we're going to grab that and we're going to connect it to the vehicle movement right there. And in this case, the player is pressing the reset button. So we're going to say, yes, override is available. And then is the car stuck? We're just going to do a check. And if that's true, then we're going to destroy this particular actor. So we're going to destroy it. Compile and save that. However, we are going to do an event tick. So event tick. And remember, you want to do your best to not have so much stuff on event tick. But in this case, we kind of need it. We're going to constantly check every single frame. Does the player need to be reset? Does he need to be reset? Does he need to be reset? And if they don't, then we're good to go. So what we're going to do is I am totally going to cheat and grab all of this right here and paste it. In this case, though, it is not an override. So we're going to uncheck that. And if it happens to be true that, yes, the vehicle needs to be reset, we're going to do a slight delay of maybe 3 seconds. And what this is doing is it's just saying, can the player fix themselves within 3 seconds? And of course, we can change the variable time. But the idea here is that, like, we don't want to just instantly reset them. We want to give the player an opportunity to try and fix themselves. But if they can't, then we'll do another check again after the 3 seconds. We'll say, and remember, we don't need override, not check. And we're going to say, oh, check, 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 check. Oh, I did find one. Let's give them a chance to see if they can fix themselves. Did they fix themselves? And if not, then we will destroy the actor. But if they were able to fix themselves, then we just let it go. We don't do anything. We just leave it alone. All right. So the next thing we need to do is we need to do an event destroyed, because when this destroyed actor is executed, it will fire off this event. And what we want to do is we'll do, let's see, what's the best thing to do? We can do BP player controller. Yeah, so we're going to do BP cast2 player controller. Under object, we're going to do get player controller, maybe. Oh, here it is. Get player controller. And then we are going to say respawn current vehicle, like that. Right, so the vehicle gets destroyed, and then we are going to respawn a new one. And if you remember, maybe you don't, but if you remember, what we're doing is we're checking for the vehicle. We're saying, okay, what vehicle is it? And where does it respawn? It respawns at the last respawn transform, which is our last known good checkpoint. So you can kind of see how it all connects together now. All right, so we'll save that. And then the last thing we need to do is respawn. We don't need to do that, actually. I think we should be good with just doing that. Okay, so let's try it out. Let's go to box truck here. We'll hit play. Our last good known location is going to be this first guy here. Then we'll stop the car. Oh, that one, that's fine. Stop the car. I'm going to hit R to reset myself. And you can see I have spawned at the last known good checkpoint. And if I'm moving very quickly now and I'm hitting R and it doesn't respawn me, right? But now that I've stopped, it's going to check and then it respawns me. Cool. I'm definitely stuck now. All right, so kind of an annoying bug, but that's okay. What we can do there is we can reduce the time. So instead of 3 seconds, maybe we'll change it to 5. Give me an opportunity just for the box truck to get out of that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, since we know that it works, what I really wanted to do was make a parent class, or what I really want to do is make another parent class that is wheeled vehicle, and then all these box trucks and cars and all that would be a child of that parent class. And maybe I'll show you guys how to do that. And actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. What we're going to do, let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to go to our core, right-click, blueprint class. We're going to look for wheeled vehicle. There it is right there, wheeled vehicle. We're going to select that, and we're going to rename this to BP all vehicles pawn. That looks good to me. And we'll save that. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to go to File. So I'm in the box truck now. I'm going to go to File, Reparent Blueprint. You see that? So I'm going to click on that guy, and I'm going to type in BP all vehicles pawn. And now you can see now that it's set to BP all vehicles pawn. So what that means is I can grab this logic right here that we just created in the box truck. I'm gonna grab all of it and I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna go to our BP all vehicles pawn, go to the event graph here, and I'm gonna paste this and compile and save. And now instead of it being self, because self is not going to work, we actually need, actually self may work. Let's do this, but it's no longer a box truck. Box truck is a child, it may work. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's not going to. I think we need to get the child. All right, that works. I reset myself. Oh yeah, okay, it does work. Excellent. 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 Okay, yeah, cool, it does work. Great. So now, so once more, what we've done is we've made a parent class. So where's my snipping tool? I can maybe give you like a visual here of what it kind of looks like. So we have like this parent class of wheeled vehicles, and then that we've made a child of that called this all vehicles pawn, and then all of the vehicles, the box truck, the sports car, the SUV, and so on, are all going to be a child of this guy, and this guy has that respawn logic, and they're also a child, or like they're like a grandchild basically of the wheeled vehicle stuff. Does that work for the other vehicles? Well, it will once we change the other vehicles. So if we so you understand, let me save everything. We'll go to our game instance, and we're going to change the current vehicle to like an SUV. We'll hit play, and now this one will not work, right? It will do the checkpoint stuff, but it will not respawn, right? I can't respawn at all. Respawn, right? It doesn't work because it doesn't have the logic, and it's not a child yet of the all vehicles pawn. So what we'll do now is we're going to go to the vehicles variety pack blueprints. We're going to go to the hatchback. We're going to open up the hatchback blueprint, file, reparent, BP all vehicles pawn. Then we're going to go to the pickup truck blueprint, reparent, BP all vehicles pawn, sports car, reparent, BP all vehicles pawn. And then the same thing for the SUV. So this is what's called inheritance. And basically the idea is that, you have like the animal kingdom, and then inside the animal kingdom, you have like mammals, and then inside the mammals category, you have humans and, dogs and cats and whatever, right? And so, but we all inherit all of the things from mammals, and we also inherit all of the things from the animal kingdom. And all the things from planet Earth or whatever, right? So that's the idea behind this. Why the code is not inside the box truck, but it is inheriting this code right here that's inside the parent class of Vehicle Spawn. Okay, so now we'll save everything, and then we're still in the SUV. So now we can check to see if the SUV will reset itself. So we'll stop. Yep, reset. Yep, see, resets. Cool. So now let's totally go and like flip it or something. Yes, there we go. And it's set to 5 seconds, so it might take a second. There we go. Cool, right? And of course, the vehicle stops. So it's going to continually reset itself. Awesome. So that all works. We have checkpoints. We have box truck. Actually, I'm kind of glad I showed you guys how to do the resetting thing. Okay, so what do we need to do now? We need to, I mean, our game is pretty much ready. Like we have all of the functionality now to play this racing game. The things we're missing now is feedback to the player, right? And of course, to build our track as we see fit, right? Of course, I only have like a little bit there. So we need to build the track. We need to build some player feedback, and we need to allow the player to select the vehicle they want, right? So let's do some UI stuff. We don't have anything in UI. We're gonna go to UI here. We have a main menu HUD. Let's go to our project settings again. So project settings, maps and modes. And okay, great. See HUD class, main menu HUD. That's great. We're gonna leave that the way it is. So now let's create some widgets. We'll start with a new folder. We're gonna do main menu. Main menu is our folder. And then inside there, we'll do a widget. It's gonna be WBP main menu. Then we'll go to the UI folder here. We'll probably need just a standard button. So we're gonna do WBP button, and the button will allow us to like click on whatever we need to click on. But we're just gonna make one button, and then we will duplicate it multiple times for all the vehicles in our main menu. So we'll go in here into button. We're in the widget. And I'm going to go super fast here because we do not have a lot of time. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go, I don't know if you saw me do that, but basically we have like our fill screen. This is like taking up the entire screen space for the the player and what they see. And what I'm doing is I don't need that for a button. I just need a tiny button, maybe width by 200 or something like that. I'm not sure. We do not need a canvas panel. We need a button. So we're going to replace that canvas panel with a button. We are going to make that a variable. We're just going to call this button block. Then we are going to add a text to that. So you can see how I can add text, and there's our text. And this is going to be also a variable. It's going to be called button text block. And then we'll go to the graph. Get rid of all that. We will make a new function, and this will be called set button brush, I think it is. I think it's called brush. Just go to the button block. Yeah, here, style, sorry, style. That's okay. We'll do instead of brush, it'll be style. All right, so then we'll grab our button block. We will do a get style. Oops. And then we'll come out of here, and this is a struct, so we're going to break it. And this is going to give us all the structs that are inside there. And then we are going to do a set style, I think it is. Yeah, set style. And then we're going to come out of this, and we're going to do make button. And you can kind of see what's available here. So let's see, what we could do is, well, if we come out of here and we break this, you can see kind of what we have available. We can We can change the image size, we can change the tint, all sorts of stuff. I think instead of maybe allowing the designer to do like all sorts of style changes, maybe we only allow them to change the color. We're only going to allow them to change the color. So what we'll do is we will come out of this guy and we will do a make. And I'm actually going to copy this and paste like this. And then we'll go into hovered and pressed for each one. So we have each one of these is normal, normal, hovered, and pressed, right? So our disabled is just going to go there. Our normal padding is going to go there, press, right? They're just going to go through as whatever it is. And I'm going to drag this out a little bit over here. And then we'll go to our normal here and we're going to do a break. And it's actually a better way to do this, but that's okay. We're going to disconnect all these except for the tint. The tint will not go. And I changed mine. I'm going to get rid of these and I'm totally going to do this. Copy, paste, and paste. There we go. Hovered, hovered, pressed, and pressed. Okay, so then tint, and I'm just adding it to as a parameter to our input node. And then I'm going to click on the input node, and you can see here I'm bringing the details panel over on the left. So in our input node, I'm going to rename this tints to normal color. This is going to be hovered color. And these are the different states for the button, right? And then pressed color. So we'll leave that like that. And that function is good. We're going to create another function. This is going to be set button text. And we'll get our button text. And we'll do set text connection. Connect like that. In text, it's fine. Okay. So now our button is sort of set. Of course, it looks like this. That's perfectly fine. Actually, yeah, we can leave it like that. It's fine. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our, we don't need any of this. We don't need that. Don't need that. We're going to go to our main menu, open this guy up. And of course, this is going to take up all of the space. I think the first thing we need to do is maybe have an info card on the right side. Like I built it before the same way. An info card on the right side and a like select your vehicles on the left. But before we get to that screen, we need to have like a title screen. So actually, I'm going to create another blueprint. Sorry, another widget blueprint. We're going to call this WP title screen. And this is just going to have, you know, a cool image on it. So we'll do an image. We will make it really big. Let's do this guy and maybe this. Maybe it's not 1920 by 1080. Maybe it's like, I don't know, 800 by 600 or something like that. Maybe it's sort of like that. And then we'll just bring it down, maybe 300 and 300. Oh, it's too much. 150, 150. Yeah, see, it's kind of like on the left, maybe, and that's our cool image. We don't know what, I don't have a, you know, I'll probably have to look up a cool truck image, which would be like car image, or, well, actually use the right term, vehicle image here. I don't have one, but we'll get one. It's not a variable, it's just gonna look cool. Then the next thing we need is that button. Now, of course, I can grab button right here and add it, right? But that's the Unreal button. That's not the one that we created. We want the one we created because it has the variables for us to manipulate it, right? So if we do WBP underscore, there it is. There's our button we created. And there it is right there. So what we're going to do is we are going to size the content. Now you can see that it's the correct size. We will center it. And then we will move it down probably 300 or more. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna make the button a little bit bigger. So let's do maybe 200 by 150 maybe. Yeah, it's too much. 150 by 75. I'm not sure. And then in this button should be, where is it at? Oh, we need to go to the graph to manipulate it. So we're going to do on pre-construct, we're going to grab our button here and then come out of it. We're going to set button color. And here are the colors we can choose. So let's do, we'll do a slate color. And I'll copy this, paste, paste. Cool. So how about a nice cool green for when it's normal, and then when they click on it, maybe we do like a gray, and when they press it, echo. Thank you, whoever that was. And then when they press it, maybe it's white. Who knows? Like a lighter gray or something. There we go. So hovered is dark gray. Yeah, that looks good. You guys can put whatever color you want. Then I am going to do a reroute node here. And then we'll come out of this guy. We'll do set text. Set button text, there it is. And the end text is going to be start, right? Start game. And actually, we probably want this to be capitalized, start game. And then if we go to look at it, there it is, start game, right? Actually, what we'll do is, since it's like overlapping there, we're going to do a start game like that. Save, and then we'll go back to the designer and see how it looks. There we go. There's our button. Pretty neat, right? That green is way, way too bright, so maybe we'll change it a little bit. Maybe like a darker green, because it's the white font. Oops, I didn't compile. There we go. There we go. That looks better. Okay, so now we need to say when they press the button. How do we do that? We need to do event graph, I thought. Okay, we need to go back to the button. I apologize. And we need to go to here. And when the, we need to go to event dispatcher, and we're gonna say button pressed. So this is gonna be our event dispatcher, and we're gonna go to our event graph. And we're gonna say construction, no, event begin, event construct, there it is. So when the game starts, we are going to bind this button pressed. Where is it at? Bind, there we go. Oh, right, we don't need the button block. Or do we? Let's see, call, bind. No, call. Hold on 1 second, I'm doing something wrong here. When button is clicked. Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. Call, there we go, that's what's wrong, sorry. Okay, not this, not this, not this, not any of that. Okay, so what I did is I went to the button block, I went to the events category, and when the button is clicked, then we're going to fire this event dispatcher called button has been clicked. There we go. And now I can go back to this title screen and I can say, give me the button and bind to button click. And oh, sorry, it needs that too. And we'll go here, here. And then we'll do create event. We'll create a matching event, or yeah, matching event. It's gonna be button click event. And then for now, it's just gonna say print string. Start button click. Oh my gosh, clicked. There we go. Okay, so now what do we need to do? We have a title screen. It looks terrible, but it's fine. You know what else we should add is a blur. Let's do blur, background blur, there it is. And we are going to make that take up the entire space. And then I'm going to center it. So you see I made it fill up the entire space, and then I'm centering it like that. The other thing is we need to set the blur amount, which here is blur strength. We'll do 0.5. I don't know how much, if that's enough or not. We can adjust it later. The next thing we need to do too is our Z order. So what that does is sort of like Photoshop layers. So right now, all of the buttons and our cool image, vehicle image, whatever, or title image is they're all Z order 0. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the image and our button 1, and that's going to put it on top of our blur because our blur is 0. What else do we need? We could probably add a text block. So let's do another text block. We'll make sure that is also Z order 1. And we'll size the content here. We will center it. And it's going to say, awesome vehicle game. And then we will position it up high. Actually, you know what I could do is I could put it like that. And then we will drag it down maybe 50. And then since I sized it to content, I can go into our font block. And I can change the font size to maybe like 60, maybe more, 70, something like that. Cool. If I really want to get cool, and I can go to our transform and angle, and I could be like, right, see, like it's angled, awesome video game. Let's bring it down some more. Since the A is cut off right there, we need to bring it down like 80. There we go, 90, something like that. And we're going to make sure it's actually in front of the image. So I'm going to put the Z order as 2. So it's the highest one. Perfect. And what I'm going to do too, since I don't have an image of the vehicle, is I am going to make this like a slightly different color. And then that's fine. Oops, what have I done? Save. Okay. Now then, let's go to our main menu. We're going to go to our palette, WBP. It's going to be the title screen. So we'll bring that guy up. You can see that it's off center. That's because that's where our anchor point is. So we're just going to select it and then center it. Or sorry, make it as big as the screen itself and then center it. There it is. Looks good. Then we need to go to our main menu HUD, which I believe is in UI. Yeah, here's the BP main menu HUD. Open the full editor here, and on begin play, we need to create a widget. And that widget is going to be our main menu, WBP main menu. And then we are going to add to viewport, I think it is. Yeah, add to viewport. There it is right there. And so what that does is it creates the widget for us and then adds it to the viewport. And since our main menu HUD is, if we go to the project settings, which we were just a second ago, since it is already the HUD class, you can see right there, as soon as the game starts, we're going to load in the main menu HUD, and the main menu HUD is going to create this widget and then place it on a viewport for us. So hit play, and there it is, right? And when I hit start game, you can see that the start game button is clicked. We have a couple problems. The first one is that there is a car already. I'm not sure why. Oh, I do have a joystick plugged in. Interesting. Okay, so we need to fix that. So let's go back to the title screen. We'll go to, actually we'll go to main menu HUD. Sorry, we'll go to main menu HUD. I have to leave, that's no problem. Thanks for hanging out with me. Okay, so in main menu HUD, we're going to add some things. So when the game begins, we're going to do pause game, set game pause. There it is. And then this event construct needs to go in there too. Or say, yes, the game is paused. And then what else we'll do is we'll go to our project settings. And we don't want a default pawn. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we don't want the default pawn. What else do we need? We need to basically stop it from spawning that car. Let's see what else. Where is the car spawning? Is it in player controller? That spawns the car. We spawn car vehicle. Yeah, where? Oh, it's probably in here. Player start game setup. This is it right here. Yeah, this is it. Where is this being fired? Let's see. Find references. No, somewhere else. Checkpoint manager. There it is. Start game setup. We don't want that. We don't want that. What has happened? Undo. Okay, here we go. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna say, so when we hit play now, the game is paused. You can still click on things, but you can see there's no whatchamacallit, right? There's no car spawning in or anything like that. We're gonna let the player select their car, and when they do, then we will spawn in the car and we'll run that respawn stuff, and then they'll be able to play after that. All right, so game is paused. What else do we need to do? We need to show the title screen. We have that already. I think that's all we really need to do right there. And then when the title screen is clicked, we could say unpause game, or oops, pause game, set game pause. There it is. So we're not pausing it anymore. And then we need to get the player controller. So BP player controller. And this is going to come out. It's going to be get player controller. Player controller. There it is. And then this is going to be, what was right here a second ago? Dang it. What was it called? Oh, start game setup. That's it. Start game setup. Title screen. Start game setup. There we go. Now let's see if that works. Game is paused. I can't do anything. Start game. Awesome. Okay. Then we need to let's see. Actually, what I want to do is I really want this in the main menu. Let's see, main menu, title screen, blind event. Nope. We'll leave it in the title screen. It's fine. Title screen, and this actually start game setup is probably not what's probably not going to go in there, but that's okay. For now, we'll leave it this way, and then we'll do set visibility self, and we are going to collapse it so it'll be hidden. Okay, so now when I play the game, I hit start, and there we go. I'm in the game. Cool, right? Okay, but we really want that not to be in the title screen. We really want this to be in the main menu. So actually, let me paste that back. But what we do want to do is we want to get this guy. So we'll do this, set visibility collapse. And then what we'll do is we will, let's see, I'm not sure if I can get the HUD. Oh, I know what I can do. I'll cut this, paste, save, and then we'll go to our main menu widget. And we're going to grab our title screen, and let me paste this before I forget. Grab our title screen, we're going to do bind to on visibility change, right? So basically, when the title screen goes invisible, then things will happen. So create event, matching function. Oh, not matching function, sorry. Matching event, that's what we're gonna do. And this will be title screen viz change event. And the visibility, if it equals collapse, then we show the not the main menu, but it would be the selection screen, which we don't have built. So let's build that. UI, main menu, new interface, WBP. This is going to be vehicle selection screen. And for now, we're just going to put an image in here. We're going to fix this in just a second, but just so that we can see that the logic we build works. Save flow. All right, what was I doing? Main menu. Oh, we need to add WBP vehicle selection. We're adding it to the canvas. Anchors, center. But this one is going to start collapse, right? It's going to be hidden, so it'll look like that. And then vehicle selection screen. So when the title screen changes, the vehicle selection screen set visibility will be visible. All right. So let's see if that works. Here it is. We hit start game. And now we're in the vehicle selection screen. Pretty neat, right? Okay, so what's next? What do we need to do next? We could probably, where am I at? Main menu. Probably bind an event to the vehicle selection screen on visibility change as well. Create event. And you, guys, this is why I die in like Fortnite and Apex Legends, because I just cannot click fast enough. Okay, this is vehicle selection screen viz change event. And this is going to be is equals, not the byte, sorry, equals the enum. And we're going to say non-hit self only. Oh, this needs to be non-hit self only as well. If that's true, then cool things are going to happen. Okay. And actually, this that I thought was going to be in the main menu is actually going to be in our vehicle selection screen. So we'll paste it in here because it's going to be based off of whatever vehicle they select. Okay, vehicle selection screen. What do we need to do? Let's get rid of this temporary image. We don't need that anymore. This is the one where I was talking about like, hey, should have stuff on the left and stuff on the right. So we'll do a horizontal box. Actually, I don't want a canvas panel. I want a horizontal box. There we go. And inside the horizontal box, we're going to do a vertical box. And then this vertical box is going to be the buttons. And then we're going to do another vertical box. And this one is going to be the info. Vert box. And then it's going to be vehicle button vertical box, right? All right, so inside our vehicle button vertical box, we need to create the buttons. Now there's a couple ways we can do this. The first way is probably the easiest, and that's just to grab multiple buttons. And with each of those buttons set, or selected, I mean, sorry, I think there's 5 vehicles. We could change the font size. Let's see. Can I not do it individually? Oh no, it's let's see, we'll do this. There we go. That's what we want, fill. That'll work. And then I can grab this vertical box, and actually this other vertical box, we're going to fill in that as well. There we go. There it is. So now the buttons are big enough. And then we can just, with the individual buttons selected, we can totally, oh, we can't do it this way. We have to do it this way. So we'll go into here. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do, it's gonna be, what is this? This is a box truck button. Then we have, what is it? I don't remember all the names of the cars. I'm sorry. Hatchback is the next one. So hatchback button. And then the next one is the pickup truck. So pickup truck button. Oh, I think it's actually just pickup. I smell Southern coming out, pickup truck. Okay, and then sports car button. And last but not least, our SUV button. Compile and save. Okay, so now I can go into the graph here and I can grab our construction script, our construct and pre-construct, grab each one of these buttons and we can go set text, button text. So this is a box truck. So box truck, and then set color. And then we can come out on this one, totally be, maybe the box truck is like a gray. And then maybe like a darker gray for hovered. And then if you press it, it's a very lightish red gray. Right, so we can totally do this for each one of these guys. This is like the most tangible way to do this because you're basically setting each one. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna copy this and paste. And this one is not the box truck, it's the hatchback. So do hatchback, hatchback, hatchback. Different color this time, maybe like a green and a darker green, and so on, right? And then we do the next one. And this one is the pickup truck, connection error, and connection here. And then this is pickup truck, pick up. Oh, I keep saying pickup truck, it's just a pickup. And then the next one, sports car, sports car, sports car, sports car. And then the next one, SUV, 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 connect, SUV, compile and save. Now we go to designer. Ta-da! Yeah, maybe we should change the color. Sports car should be like a cool red. There we go. Oh, I need a compile. There are the SUV. Oh, the SUV I think is actually green, isn't it? So we'll do green for the SUV. And then I think the hatchback is like a blue. Let's go to our hatchback. Pickup, hatchback. Yep, here it is. Hatchback is like a blue. And the pickup was yellow, if I remember correctly. And then the sports car was red. So let's do sports car. That's going to be our cool red. And compile and save. And now, there we go. That looks better. Of course, the on hovered is wrong, but that's all right. So now if we go and hit play, we hit start game, and now we can select the different vehicles, right? Why doesn't it work? Oh, because we haven't done the logic yet. So all we have is the different states in the styling. We need to do when they press the button. So now we need to do, see we have this on button clicked right here, so we can click that. And we can do for each one of these guys. And then we need to get a copy of our game instance. So let's do this. We'll go over here. Is there a way we can change the style of the text font? I mean, is there a way to change the style of the text font? Yes, of course. So the cool thing is because we use a single button and we are duplicating that button for each of the, vehicles, we can go to just the button blueprint, the button widget blueprint. And what we can do is we can either just change the style right here, right? Let's make it 60, we'll compile. And if we go to our vehicle selection, you see now all the buttons are very big. However, because we're using that same title screen button, you can see the title screen one is too big. So then you're absolutely right, Dan. It's like, oh, I need to be able to manipulate the styling of the font as well as the styling of the background or whatever of the button itself. So instead of making it huge like I just did, we'll put that back to its default value. What we can do is we can go in here and we can say function set button font style. And then we'll grab our button text block, set style, I think it is, or maybe it's not style, what is it called? Oh, font, sorry. Set font, there it is. And break this guy, make this guy. And actually what we'll do is we'll keep everything the same except for the size. So actually instead of set font style, we'll do set font size. We'll do it like that. We'll do get font. There it is, our getter, break. And the font family is the same, the material is the same, outline settings is the same, typeface is the same, but size is going to be right there, and the letter spacing is the same. So connect like that, and like so, like so. Okay, there is another way to do this. So let me show you how to do that. So I'll grab the same guy, the same font this time. And now what we're gonna do is do set members, set members in font. So this looks a little bit different. You can see how this is basically, I'm getting these values from our getter and then setting them exactly the same. Well, this is a better way to sort of do that. Instead of doing the lines like that, we only need to grab the value that we're adjusting. So in this case, I'm only adjusting the size. And you can see now that only that block has come out. So then I can go like that, and then I can get rid of all of this. And I don't need that one either. And we can just go in like this. See, that's much cleaner, right? And it does exactly the same thing. We're only setting that one particular struct value. What did I do? Oh, I didn't connect this guy. Why are you complaining? Why does it can't be modified directly? The font is a read-only property. Oh. Oh. Okay. Can I do it that way? Yeah. Why are you complaining? You should be good. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Can I be modified? That's okay. We're only, it's just saying, this is saying it can only be cannot be modified directly. It's a warning. It's not a, and you know what? We don't care about warnings. No one cares. We do care about warnings. That's just a joke. Okay, so now we can go into each one of these guys and do the same thing, but for the font. So we'll do, actually, I'm just gonna change the font for all of them. So we're gonna grab you, and we'll do set font, set button size font. There it is. And see, I should be able to, I can connect every single one of these because they all have the same function in them because of the same button. Cool, 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 cool. Connect like that. And the font size is definitely not 0. We'll probably do 60 for this one. Wow, and save. And now it's big there. And if we go to our title screen, it's the default value, right? So Dan, that's a great question and excellent, excellent. Okay, so button clicked. So when they click the button, we need to get the game instance. That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. So let's do cast to BP game instance. And this object's going to get game instance. And we're going to promote this to a variable. It's going to be BP game instance. And this is so we can reference it here in just a second. And so what we're going to do is we're going to say, if they click on the box truck, then we're going to get our game instance. We're going to say set vehicle selection to the box truck. And then unpause the game, cast to the player, and start the game. If they select the hatchback, then it's the hatchback. Oh my God, see, that's why I die, guys. I can't click on hatchback, and so on, right? So if they click on the pickup truck, I can't stop saying pickup truck. Unbelievable. They click on the pickup, click on the sports car, then sports car. And if they click on the SUV, then it is SUV. All right, so then all these guys and all those. And technically, if we wanted to be correctamundo, we would do it this way. Oops. That's better. And a little bit more, less spaghetti. Actually, this is fettuccine. That's what I'm having for dinner tonight, fettuccine. Fettuccine blueprints. It's gonna be great. Okay, yeah, start game. And then we need to also, what is it? Let's see. We need to turn off the vehicle selection screen. So we could do vehicle, or sorry, visibility, collapsed. There we go. Okay, now we hit play. We have our awesome title screen. We hit start. We have our different vehicles. We click that vehicle, and then we're in that car, and we're spawned in, and we can move around. Everything's great. Let's just try a different car. So here's a pickup. That works. Cool. Sports car. Great. And SUV. Great. Cool. What time is it? 7:38. So raise your hand if you're totally lost. Hopefully not.
Only partially lost.
Partially lost. Okay. All right, so let's do another one. We're going to do another widget. This one's going to be our WBP vehicle info panel. And I think I made a vertical box on our vehicle selection. Yeah, vertical box here for our info panel, but I'm probably going to replace. Actually, I'll probably leave it the way it is, but we'll do a vertical panel here instead of a canvas panel for vertical box. And then inside the vertical box, we're going to have, let's see, we'll do text. Or no, we need horizontal box. And actually, I don't want this to be so big. Let's do custom size. We'll do height is maybe, what is it, 1920 by 1080. We're just assuming that that's their That's a screen size, so we'll divide the width by 2. Oops. By 1920 divided by 2. There we go. And then the height can stay 1080. That's fine. Okay, so vertical, horizontal box. Inside that is going to be 2 text blocks. Inside the horizontal box, our child of it. Thank you. And then another text block. There we go. And then this is also going to be filled. Oh, no, that's not what we want. Undo that. It's going to be, these guys are going to be filled. There we go. And this one will be this way. And maybe we'll add some padding to the right, so it moves to the left a little bit. So we'll do like maybe 20. Did I do that wrong? Auto fill. Oh yeah, that's good. And then do the same thing for this one on the left, do 20. And now they're a little bit offset. That's great. Okay, so this is going to be, what this will be car name or something like that. Car name title. And then this is going to be an actual variable, car name block. And this one, because it's not a variable, it's going to be car name, or sorry, vehicle name. Good Lord. And we actually do need to rename these two. It's not a car, it's a vehicle name, because it could be car, truck, whatever. Vehicle name block. Okay, and then I'm going to duplicate that. And then I'm going to grab a spacer. And I'm going to put it between the 2 horizontal blocks. So you see that? Oops, nope, it was a child. We want you between. There we go. So you can see now it's between the 2 horizontal blocks. I'm going to select the spacer, and then look, I have this appearance, and I can adjust how wide each one of these are. You see that? Actually, I'm going to duplicate the spacer. I'm going to put it right before the horizontal box, so it starts like that, right? Okay, so this horizontal block is not vehicle name. We'll do, this could be like speed title, and maybe it's speed, and then not vehicle block. This is going to be speed value block. Oh, I don't need value, just speed block. File and save. Okay, then I am going to grab the spacer and horizontal block, copy them, paste somewhere, paste. There it goes. Okay. And then what do we need to do? This one will be, maybe this is like acceleration, Excel title, acceleration. And this one is going to be Excel block. And we will paste again. Hopefully you can kind of see what I'm doing. Paste another one. And the idea here is that we're just giving info about the car. So when they hover over the car, we will give info. And if we want, we could totally put another button here that's like submit, right? So like you click on the button, and then it gives the button of the vehicle, and then it gives you info about it, and then you hit submit. I got lost very early. I'm not going to be catching up. Oh, I'm going to be catching up with the video. That's fine. Or they can just do it on hover, and that's how we're going to do it for this particular version. So we'll select this guy. It's not going to be speed. What do we want? We have braking power, maybe brake title, and then brake block, and then this is going to be braking power. Maybe like turning power or some turn radius or something like that. Yeah, turn radius title. This will be turn radius. And then this one will be turn radius block. And then this one will be, what else do we need to know? What other things are there about cars? Speed, braking power, turn radius, acceleration. I don't know, gears maybe. Gears, sidle. It's just cool to give players like stuff about the car. Gears. And this will be gears block. And compile and save. Okay, so how much time? I've got 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Okay, title screen, main menu. We need to go to the buttons. Here's the buttons. Okay, we need to go to, this is just the button itself. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to button block and we're going to say on hovered. And we're going to create another event dispatcher. It's going to be button hovered. And we are going to compile and call and leave it like that. And then if the button, oh, actually, we will also create a variable. We'll call this button hovered. Button is button hovered. There we go. And it's going to say yes. And then we're going to do button block unhovered. Copy all this. Cool. So now for every single button, we'll be able to know if it's been hovered or not. And so this way, when they're in the panel, we can say, oh, they're hovering it or not hovering it. Okay, so now what do we need? We need to go to the vehicle selection screen. We need to go to WP, vehicle panel, info panel, and add it to here. And there it is right there. And let's make that bigger. So this is going to be fill. And actually, I'm going to increase the size of all of the fonts. So I'm going to grab all of these fonts. And I'm holding down control to select, sorry, not fonts, text blocks. I'm holding down control to select every single one of the text blocks. So I have them all selected. And then now I can go and just adjust the font on all of them. Maybe we do like 30, 40, 50. That's cool. And then I'm going to grab all the spacers and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to adjust the spacing here, except for maybe the top spacer. The top spacer can be fine. These bottom ones, actually, we'll adjust the top spacer too. It's fine. And I have it at 28 right now. Let's do like 60. That might be too much. 50, 40, 45, 40 looks good. And one more thing. Oh, I can't add it because I don't have a canvas panel. That's okay. I was thinking I could add like a bar here, but that's okay. I did a vertical box instead of a canvas panel. So that's okay. We won't do a bar. Let's go back to vehicle selection. And there, now it looks bigger, right? Looks much bigger. The other thing we could do too is, since we're thinking about it, let's grab, see these blocks are too big. So I'm gonna grab all these guys because they're just numbers, the text blocks. And right now I have it as fill, and I'm gonna change it to not filled. See, so now it's like a little bit off centered, but I think that'll look better. And then I can make all of them, all the text blocks sizes bigger because I have more space for the title. So where were we at? We had it at 50. Let's change it like 60. There we go. That looks better. And you know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. We're just gonna keep manipulating this. Instead of multiple values, it's gonna be 9999. There we go. Now I can make it bigger. Um, 65, 70, 75. That looks good. Cool. And now I can manipulate spacers so that it looks a little bit more even. So 45, 50, 60. Oh, too much. 55, 50. 50 looks good. Compile and save. There we go. Oh, next thing we need to do is, if they don't have anything selected, well, vehicle name will actually be the name. This is actually going to be big. Oh, man, unbelievable. Okay, we'll have to fix that. But for these guys, it's going to be hidden, visibility hidden. And what that does is basically it makes them look like that almost. Well, except it won't be like that. It'll be, there won't be any numbers there. It'll just say vehicle name. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to change this vehicle name. That's vehicle name, or just change this name. And now it's just become bad design, but that's okay. And now I just have like space. What I'll do here is I know what I'll do. I'll do fill here and fill there. Now that's equal. All right, vehicle selection. You can see no values there. Kind of cool, right? You know what we could do is maybe we don't need name at all, right? We already know. So what we'll do is we'll just get rid of name completely. And then we will center this like that. And so now there's nothing there, but when they hover over it, it will say box truck and then all the values. Okay, how much time I got? 9 minutes. Let's create a struct. So we'll go to core data. We're going to do, I think it's under miscellaneous, maybe. We could totally do a data table. That would be the best way to do it. But let's see, blueprints. Oh, blueprints. Okay, blueprint struct. There it is. And this is going to be vehicle info underscore struct. All right. And it's just going to be a text block. And the first one is going to be name, right? It's a vehicle's name. So if I bring this guy up so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. So next one is speed. So we'll do new variable, speed. Next one is going to be acceleration. Next one is going to be braking power. Turn radius, and so on, right? Gears, and whatever other cool stuff you want to add. Actually, the speed, acceleration, braking power, all those could be integers, integer, because they're just numbers, right? They're just numbers. But this one right here, the name is obviously a text block. Okay, so then what we'll do is we will leave that how it is. And then now we can go into here. We can go, oh, what do we need? We need to go to, oh, I didn't mean to close it. We need to go to the vehicle selection. Yeah, here we go. And we need to go when, see here we have this on hover button hovered. See that? I'll click on that guy. And hatchback. Oops, sorry, hatchback button, pickup button, sports car, and so on, right? SUV, all these guys. Box truck, hatchback. Yeah, okay. So when it's hovered, we will go to our vehicle panel. We'll do, oh, actually, we do need to go back to the vehicle panel. Let's go back to that UI, vehicles. Where is it at? UI, vehicle panel. Sorry, here we go. We need to add a variable. So variables, this is going to be vehicle info data. And it's going to be vehicle info struct. There we go. And then we can go to back to our vehicle selection. And now I can do get vehicle data. See, there it is. And actually I want to set it, set vehicle data. And we'll break or make, sorry, we're gonna do make. So if they select the box truck, then we're gonna say box truck. And then the speed will be whatever, maybe 100. Acceleration, it's terrible. Braking power, very good. Maybe 100. Oh, speed is not gonna be good either. We'll do like 20. Braking power is good. Turning radius, terrible. Maybe a 5. Gears, I don't know, 5. Right? And then we do the same thing for every single one of these guys. So this is hatchback. Speed out of 100, maybe it's half. Acceleration, probably pretty good. Braking power, who knows? Turn radius, I don't know. Gears, 3. Right? You just put arbitrary numbers, and then your players will be the one complaining. Why does the box truck have 5 gears? And be like, oh, I don't know. Because we put 5 in there. Pickup truck. Maybe it's got really good speed, terrible acceleration. Braking power is like probably terrible. Who knows? Turn radius. Who knows? Gears. Maybe it's got 15 gears, and so on. Okay, I'm not going to do the rest of them. What we do need to do though is we need to go back to our vehicle panel, and we need to say we need to get the vehicle data, and we need to set all these guys. So we're going to set text for each one of these. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this function. So I'm going to collapse to function. This will be set button, sorry, set text block value. And then we'll go in here and we need the particular text block. The text block, and then the particular text that that block is going to have. And then now I can go and I can say break. The first one will be this guy. And then the next one will be, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. Okay. 6 total. Next, execution, 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 executioner. Finish them. All right. One of those, a couple of these, a few of those. Looks good. File and save. And then we need acceleration block goes there. Oh, nope. That is the name block, vehicle name block. Sorry. Then the next one is speed. So let's grab this acceleration. Where do you go? You go right here. Acceleration. Speed, you go into there. And then we need the speed block. Looking good. And then the next one is going to be a braking power. And that's going to be brake block. And then the next one is what? Turn radius. Turn radius. Connect. And then the last one is our gears. Gears. And that's going to be gears. This one right here. And compile and save. And then we need, you can see, we don't want it on any of these construct. We need a custom event. So we're gonna do custom event, and it's gonna be set vehicle info blocks. Compile and save. And then we can go back to our vehicle selection, and we can say, right, you're gonna set the values of our inner data, and then set vehicle info blocks. There it is. And we will just go here, here, here. Did I do any more? No, I just did those first 3. Okay, cool. So now we play, start game, nothing here. But if I hover over, oh, it's not showing it. I forgot. We got to fix that too. Okay, no problem. Let's go to the vehicle info panel. And what we're going to do is we're going to Acceleration block, set visibility, and this is going to be non-hit. We don't want players to be able to click on it. We're just going to do the same for all of these guys. And connect, 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 connect. Unbelievable. And one more. There we go. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. I passed my prime. Okay. Compile, save, hit play. Let's see what happens now. Start game. There we go. All right. See, now it's showing it. How cool is that? All right. So we got a problem. The problem is that I have triple digits right here, and I have singular digits down here. So that's sort of like a design problem. Shocker, I know. Okay, we're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that. The other issue is that when I stop hovering, that value stays. I guess that's okay, actually. It's a happy accident. Oh, why is sports car? Oh, because I didn't set it. So yeah, so we will, when we come back on Tuesday, we will finish this up. We will make it so that the game HUD shows up. Point them to an 18-wheeler with 18-gear transmission, right? We'll show, anyway, we will work on the game HUD. And that game HUD will have like the speedometer and what gear they're in and all that sort of stuff. So we'll have to make some connections with the vehicle itself. And then we also need to show the player how fast or the time that's going on and what lap they're on and how many more laps they need to do and all the stuff that we did inside our I think it's checkpoint manager or maybe it's player controller. Oh, sorry, it is player controller. So right, all these values right here, what the max lap is and all that, we have to show the player that on the screen. So actually we could probably show this stuff before the game starts, and then if they hit it, well, that's feature stuff that we don't want to deal with. Never mind. We're going to do our best to show as much stuff as we can though, without bombarding the player with so much HUD stuff while they're playing the game. Cool. Questions, comments, concerns? If not, let's see, launch for the weekend. You guys have a great weekend. Have a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate that. If not, that's okay too. And if you don't have anywhere to hang out, you're welcome to come and have some tamales with me and turkey anytime. And if you have some questions, just let me know. I will end the stream here. Thanks guys for watching.
Thanks. Have a wonderful day.
So we have class on Tuesday, but not Thursday.